Thank you for watching. My name's Paul. I'm from Swimming Lessons London. We're going to put together a few videos for you YouTube watchers and app users just to help you with your swimming, so you can identify drills that you can do on your own, at home, in the pool, and it will help you when it comes to learning your swimming effectively, whatever the stroke. Hello. Today we're going to look at breathing exercises. Now, breathing is fundamental to getting the strokes right, as really what you've got to do is get comfortable breathing in the water before you even learn the strokes. So what we're going to do is we're going to start off with some shallow water exercises that you can do in your local pool, just by standing on the ground and getting comfortable with blowing bubbles into the water, because this is what's going to see you through. Once you get comfortable with this, it makes everything much easier. So watch this. All I'm going to do now is I'm just going to take a big breath in. I'll come close to the camera so you can see, and I'm just going to put my face down for about 5 seconds whilst blowing bubbles. Okay, so watch carefully. Face goes in and watch for the bubbles in the water surface now. About 5 seconds. Take a breath in and repeat. 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 Okay, so you can do this at 5 to 10 breaths in a row. Okay, and the idea is to try and blow out as much of the water as possible, as much of the air as possible, I should say, so that you end up virtually with nothing left as you come up to take a breath in. Alright, we want to make sure there's space to breathe in, so it's a big breath in. So you can imagine you've got to blow out pretty much all of it to make space for the explosive breath in that comes from the diaphragm. Yeah? If we only blow out a small amount, we can only top up little bits, and that's what generally people do when they're beginning. They blow out only a small amount, meaning they can only breathe in a very small amount, essentially hyperventilating. So just first of all, just practicing the blowing out, getting used to blowing out nice and long. Okay, watch what? Once more, 3 breaths, we'll go. Notice I'm making a big noise there. You don't have to make a big noise. I'm just doing that so you can hear it's a large amount of air that I'm breathing into. I'm breathing in after that exhalation. Okay, so that's the first thing. We call that volume control. Okay, so we practice that over and over again. It can be done, as we mentioned in some of our other videos, can be done in the sink or in a bowl and practice before you go to the pool. Okay. The next part we've got to think about while doing that drill though is to stop water getting in the mouth, which I'm sure lots of you have had. So what we've got to do is make sure that we're blowing out as we come out of the water too. We don't stop blowing out, rushing for the breath in. We continue the blowing out as we lift our head out of the water. Okay? So watch carefully. As I lift my head out, you'll still hear the air coming out, and you'll see the water come off my lips. Okay? I'll zoom in a little bit on this one just so you can see a little bit more clearer. Okay? So notice as I exit and enter the water how I'm still blowing out. Okay? So watching carefully now and blowing out. So I blow out through the surface of the water, feel the end of the water on my lips, and as I go back in, I'm actually still blowing out. I take the breath in and then continue blowing out as I enter. Practice that over and over again. I can't stress how important that is to get right. Okay, we need to make sure you blow out all that air, or practically all of it, but then a little bit of the air just at the end so you blow through the surface. A good way to do this, to get used to the feeling of it, is also to close your eyes so you feel what's going on in your lips much more than when you're just looking for the air. So you notice what you're feeling on the lips as you turn through the surface, and then you start to notice that. And that's important when we come to swimming later, because we haven't got much time to think about the breath in. Alright, we've got time to think about the exhalation into the water. We've only got a split second really to think about the breath in, so we need to prepare for it and get practice at it so it feels natural. Of course, breathing through your mouth against water isn't natural. You know, you've been breathing unconsciously all your life through your nose and not against water. So of course it's going to feel a bit strange, and this is what stops most people learning to swim properly. Okay, so again, watch me. I'm going to be turning my head to the side, so mimicking practice for the front crawl or freestyle technique. Okay, I'll do 5 in a row. I'm going to be a little bit closer to the surface of the water this time, so I'm mimicking that I'm just rotating my body in the water. So watch this, you can use the side to hold on to so you feel nice and comfortable. One hand on the hip there, the side that you're going to breathe, so it makes it easy to rotate. Now watch this, we go out. Breath in, my ear still touching the water. Yeah? Okay, I roll back in, blowing out. Okay, so you get comfortable with that, and you'll notice when it's going well, because the sound will be the same, the feeling, the pressure and the flow will be the same each time when you've got it right, okay? But it does take time to practice. You can't just go off, do it once and expect it to work. You have to do this over and over again. The more practice you make, the more perfect you become. Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to move on to the next step now. And the next step is incorporating the arm into the movement really. It's getting used to the timing of the arm. So this time, watch what I do. I start off with both arms holding onto the side here, and then I'm literally going to do the same drill, but as I turn my head to the side there, I'm also going to allow my arm to move at a nice slow pace, so that I'm breathing out as my arm pulls through the water, through the surface, but then taking the breath in about here, with my arm sort of halfway through the process, and then breathing in as I'm pulling through past the hips. So it's breathing as the arm's pulling through the water. Watch carefully. Blowing out now. Notice each time that I've got the breath completed by the time the arm leaves the water. And that way, you give yourself a regular time to breathe in, you know, because you're just letting the arm wait there until you need to breathe. You're not trying to fit the breathing into the arm stroke. You're simply letting the arm work around the breathing that we started in the first drill. Okay? You want to repeat this as much as possible as well. The next step is adding the other arm, so you can start to feel what it would be like to swim with regards to the breathing in the arm. So we'll do a basic 2-stroke pattern. This time I'm going to face the camera a little bit more head on, just so you can see it a bit more clearly. And this time what I'm going to be doing is doing exactly the same as we've done there, except I'm adding the other arm, my face down, whilst blowing out. So it's now going to look a little bit more like swimming, or at least with regards to the breathing in the arms, okay? And there's no problem. You need to practice this standing before you do it swimming, all right? There's no doubt about that. And we will be posting other videos as we go along, so you can see how we can do this, how we can build it up with each of the strokes, okay? So stay tuned. So watch this time, same drill, facing the camera this time, blowing out. Okay, so you can see a basic 2-stroke pattern, and I didn't ever go out of time because the stroke worked around the breathing. The breathing is the important part. Of course, if I blowed much harder, I wouldn't have as much time. If I blew too soft, I'd have too much time, and I'd be wondering what to do in between. Okay, so watch now how we can actually then adapt this for the 4-stroke. What you typically see when you see indoor swimming on the TV, much faster. Okay, so now we'll do a breath on the left-hand side, and then face down right, face down left, face down right, back to the breath when we're ready. Okay, there's no rush. Watch me. Breath. noticed that I was running out of breath towards the end there, which meant that as I took the breath in, there was plenty of space. Of course, what I could do, if I find that I'm running out of air a bit prematurely, i.e. I'm blowing out too quickly, is I could stop the flow midway, continue the arms, and then bring back in the exhalation when I'm comfortable. So watch this time. Listen out. So essentially what I've done there was I just slowed it down, and in case it stopped it prematurely, just closing the lips like a seal, like a valve, to stop water getting in and holding what breath I've got left, so I don't feel under pressure then, or feel like I have to rush the arms or the stroke to get onto the breath. Instead, control the breathing, let the arms comfortably work around that breathing pattern. Okay, once more time, watch again. Okay, we'll stop there on that drill. Okay, thank you for watching. I encourage you to practice some of this in a shallow pool. Go through the exercises, starting off with just the face down and just doing the essential breathing out into the water, blowing through the surface so you get used to that feeling. Even try it at home in the sink at home, and then take it into the water, do a bit of that. Practice then the timing of the one arm movement. So that's the same drill, turning the head but then letting the arm move out of the way. And then finally finish it off with the breath to the side, followed by any amount of arms that you wish in between, face down. You need to practice this quite a bit, so it becomes a little bit more autonomous rather than conscious. We need to make it so your body starts to learn it. It starts to chunk together the movements of the turning of the head and the movement of the arm as well. Okay, so there's less to think about when we come to swim time in the pool. Thank you very much. Watch out for the rest of my videos.